Our topic is about inferring how friction and gravity affect movements of different objects. Let's begin. Here are the things that we should learn by the end of this lesson. Before we start with our lesson, let us try this. Move the box by pushing it on a concrete floor. Then, do the same but this time on a smooth tiled floor. Share your experience. Which made moving the box easier? Which made moving it harder? It is easier to move the box on the smooth tiled floor, and more difficult to move the box on a concrete floor, because the concrete floor exerts a stronger frictional force on the box. Let us learn more about frictional force and friction. Now, let us talk about force. Force holds back the movement of a sliding object. It also acts in the opposite direction of the object's movement. As we apply force on an object, either by pushing or pulling, a parallel force that is opposite in direction as the force is applied to it. This force is called frictional force. In our example, as the box is pushed, an existing frictional force goes opposite that push. Frictional force is the component behind friction. Friction has three types: dry, fluid, or rolling friction. Dry friction is experienced by solid materials. It can be static or friction force at rest, or kinetic or friction force in motion. Friction can also be fluid friction, which happens between air or water. Rolling friction, on the other hand, happens when round objects roll over a surface. Without friction, walking or moving in a steady manner will be difficult. No friction means no hold on the surface. The possibility is that one will trip or slip while walking. Friction enables us to walk or move steadily. Some object-to-object contacts require friction to fulfill important tasks. For example, without friction, one cannot complete a project in carpentry. A nail will always slip when you hit it onto a piece of wood. This is only possible because of friction. On the other hand, friction is also the reason why some objects get ruined or destroyed. This happens due to materials being worn out or torn apart. Tires experience friction all the time, as they are rubbed with the surface of rough roads. In some cases, tires get worn out especially if the rubber material is too thin. In addition, some objects need less friction in order to function. The presence of too much friction hinders certain objects' functions. Because of these, vehicles and machines, like the bulldozer, use oil to lubricate some parts and lessen friction. We've recently learned that friction can cause heat. Heat can cause a fire. This is one disadvantage of friction, because fire can be harmful and dangerous. In some unfortunate cases, tires fire up when exposed to very hot surfaces of roads plus the high amount of friction. Remember, we can classify objects around us as solid, liquid, and gas. These are the states of matter. Each state has observable characteristics based on the properties of matter, which are shape, mass, volume, and ease of flow. This is the end of the presentation. Thank you.